Hey y'all, Instinct Survivalist here. I want to talk to you today about paleo meals to go. Um, One of the biggest things, first off, I'll just go ahead and say it, made in the USA, all right? Sorry about the smoke, wet wood, and so we're just trying to do the best we can. But one of the things about paleo meals to go is for a while I've been following paleo, um, got on it, lost about 60 pounds, doing the exercise, things like that, not the CrossFit, so just as a by the way. However, I got sick, I had an injury. Long story short, I got, it stopped and I gained some of the weight back. So I had to get back on it. And one of the things I realized when I'm camping, when I'm traveling for business and things of that nature is the lack of meals that help me to follow the paleo lifestyle. Now, in doing so, I try to give, because I follow the primal version versus paleo, which is not quite as strict, and it fits in with a little bit more my flexibility and guidelines. One of the things about it is, though, I still have to go to a restaurant and say, I need this. Or when I'm stuck in an airport, there's not a whole lot of options. And so when we look at what the need for this was, hey, I want to go backpacking, I want to go hiking, I want to go camping, and you can go and get the Mountain House and have all the salt, sugar, sodiums, whatever is in it, and who knows what else. Most of it's a lot of carbohydrates and things of that nature, which is, unless it's a natural carbohydrate, it's kind of frowned upon paleo. Now, this is not me sitting here discussing the paleo lifestyle and the paleo diet and things of that nature. However, what I do want to point out is the paleo meals to go pouches were made in Colorado by a great, well, now a company, but a great lady who wanted to go camping and following paleo and said, hey, you know what? She went looking, went to REI, there was nothing there. And so what she did, she says, I'm going to fix that. And so she actually invented a lot of the home recipes or home style recipes, and then put it together, packaged it, and everything like that. And so really, the one we're going to try today, while the fire is warming up my water, thankfully I'm able to warm it up. You can eat them cold; it's up to you. But one of the things about this one is we're going to have the Butte cacao banana, and I always have problems with those words. It's, you can see, banana. So it's kind of a breakfast meal. It is morning time, so we're going to go ahead and eat breakfast and go from there. I have tried the Canyon chicken chili, and the beef stew. And while I like both of those, one of the things, or one of my feedback pieces, if you will, here's the con, if you will, is the Canyon chili didn't have a whole lot of flavor. It was good. It tasted great naturally. However, if it were me, and if I get that pack again, what I am going to add to it is either a bouillon cube or stock cube, to add a little bit more flavor to it. The benefit is that now you actually have a meal in a pack that you can go in and add to or do whatever you want to with it. If you add a bouillon cube to it, in my opinion, that should set it off just fine. Some people may not be for that, and that's okay. Some people may like the taste of it. That's okay. Not a problem. That's my personal opinion, okay? I prefer the beef stew. The beef stew, for me, the mountain beef stew, was fantastic. Sat in an airport and ate that one. You'll see the video on that shortly. But one of the things about this is it does allow me to adapt to the lifestyle without having to worry about I've got to splurge here, I've got to splurge here. Well, if I spend most of my time on the road or in the woods, my splurging days are just consuming me, and, well, my health starts deteriorating even more. So while the water warms up, we'll come back to this, and I'll show you how we're going to prepare this. Keep in mind, it's not a how-to video. It's more of a, let's talk about the product itself, okay? Stay tuned for that. When traveling, you can see that they don't have a whole lot of choices in some areas. So I got Dunkin' Donuts and Jamba Juice and some deep fried something. You can tell them at the airport. But there is something I can get from Dunkin' Donuts, and that's in the white container, which is hot water. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. So what I do, I take the hot water, which is what is in this cup. And I make my paleo meals to go. What that does allow me to do is to still stick with eating cleanly and give me something that's good to eat. Just take this. Smells good. Don't worry, I'm getting it out. Gotta make sure you take this out. And I'm eyeballing. Should be about right. Maybe a little bit more. Eyeballing my beef stew. So what I'll do is I'll seal it up. I'm gonna wait for about 10 minutes. Okay? Before we do that, I know it says stir it up. We'll do it the hard way.
That is true.
So now we wait for 10 minutes.
Just wait for the store and then do the like principle. Where they write it together.
Alright, check it out.
Just trying to put all of it together. And there's something here.
Using this as kind of proof that I am at an airport. Y'all can see the tail fin of the JetBlue a while ago. Still waiting.
I think it'd be more.
Yeah, so it should be getting close to that time. One of the things I didn't do is remove the salt packets. Okay, so I had the Canyon chili, didn't have any salt packets in it. This did, I forgot to remove them, so I'll assume that they're swashed around there somewhere. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, smelling good. Stir it up just a little bit. I think I like this better than the Canyon chili. I love the Canyon chili, but I think I like this better actually. Flavors are good. The carrots are very crisp. So keep in mind the best part about paleo meals to go. I can read the ingredients: beef, salt, carrots, onions, mushrooms, celery, spices, garlic, and sea salt. Pretty straightforward. It does have a sustainable shelf life. It is considered paleo 100%. Basically, they're homemade recipes. So they were able to go in and put them like that. And then my #1 favorite, outside of the taste, made in the USA. So I'm going to enjoy this some more and watch and turn it off. Actually doing a diving expedition to see if I can find them salt packets. And the bag's heavy enough that I poured the water straight in it. It's got a foil lining to it, so it holds the heat, holds the water, without having to worry about coming through it or seeping through the bag itself. And I'll show you something before I turn it off. That's the goodness. That's the goodness that I'm eating. Good stuff. All right. Well, like I said, that's the benefit of traveling is lack of food or lack of good food. I'm trying to eat clean. This actually helps out a lot. So go check them out. And I got one more to do for you, and we'll conclude the video. All right. See you shortly. All right. So my timer just went off. I let it set for 10 minutes with the hot water. It says 10 to 12, up to you. I'm gonna shake it a little bit more. This is freeze-dried food, so if you like that, that's great. That's one of the benefits of it. It makes it a whole lot lighter when backpacking. Smells great. This has got, and so just so you understand what's in these things, banana, I'm going to read the ingredient label, right? It's going to be very difficult. Bananas, almond flour, flaxseed meal, almond slivers, whole almonds, cacao nibs, strawberries, coconut sugar, ground vanilla beans, and sea salt. Every one of those were simple words. I think I can handle that. That's what else makes this good to go, and that's the other thing that makes paleo good for me, is I can at least read the ingredient labels nowadays. All right, so I'm gonna give it a shot here. I'm gonna stir it up and bring it to you so you can see what we got here. All right, nice and tasty flavors. Son, that's good stuff right there. That is good stuff. Now keep in mind, man, can't wait to finish that off. Keep in mind, the thing about this is, um, it's also got directions if you do it on stovetop. Now the canyon chili I actually did on stovetop because I wanted to test it out, right? So that was good. The amount of water that you put in depends on what package you're using. Now this one was a half cup to 3/4 cup. If I remember correctly, the mountain chili, the mountain beef stew was actually a cup. So it depends on what you've got in there. And then the other side of it is you can add more if you want to hydrate more. Also based off of, your cooking times are based off of altitude, and they've got the conversion on that. You know, for every 1,000 feet, add an additional minute, above 5,000 feet. So they've got all the detailed information, and that's the benefit. These folks are out of Denver, so it makes it real easy to deal with. It is freeze-dried, gluten-free, milk-free, soy-free, grain-free, and one of the big ones, if you're looking at it from a preparedness standpoint or how long before my next camping trip, it is shelf-stable. So those are definitely the pros to this. For the banana cacao, Butte cacao banana, banana strawberries with almonds and cacao nibs. What is the downside for this one? There's not one. I'll tell you flat out, there's not one for this one. By far my favorite. You don't have to add anything. Flavors are good. And I like the sweetness of it because it's strawberries. All right, that's why it's my favorite. My second favorite out of the three that I tried, definitely the beef stew, and then the canyon chili. Again, of the three I tried. The thing about it is, when I contacted them, I said, let me try this one and this one, and she was kind enough to throw this one in for me. I'm really glad, very pleased, very good. I'm pleased with all of them. Like I said, the only caveat to that is if I were to add something, if I were to do something different, I usually try to carry bouillon cubes anyway, or stock cubes. I'd throw one of those in there. I'd throw that in for the chicken, get some chicken stock cubes, throw that in there, or beef bouillon cubes for the other one. I don't know that I would actually add that for the beef stew. I'm gonna be honest with you. Although that for me was a con for it's a con for the chili. For the beef stew, no, I don't think so. I think it's good to go just like it is, just like this one is. That's about it. I mean, some people may add salt. But no, I think that would be it. The other side of this is that, like I said, it's lightweight, so you don't have to worry about backpacking. So if you're used to the mountain house, but you're, oh gosh, this is all I got to choose from, and the sodium levels and everything like that, I got to tell you, this is a much better option. I think for the bang for the buck. You saw I made it in the pouch, and if need be, and this is what I had to do when I had a small spoon from Jamba Juice, and you saw that in the other video. I had to rip it off to get down in there. Now my handmade one here, I can get down in there with no issues, no problems, no worries. Now for those that have texture issues, right? Texture issues, you may not like this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and warn you. My wife would not eat this because of the texture alone. The taste, she would love it, but the texture is mushy. Maybe I let the water sit too much. Maybe that's just the way it is, but I'm going to let you know that's the thing about it. Other than that, I mean, I love this thing. I'd put it in the cup and make it that way if I want to do it that way. The difference is it doesn't seal quite as tight, but you would follow the stovetop directions for that. So I could put it in my cup or my container. So that's it, guys. I urge you to go and check them out. It's paleomealstogo.com. Great folks out there. A lot of great conversation going back and forth when we talked about this initially. They are home recipes. You know, kind of the local flavor, if you will. You know, support your local vendors. This would be one of those. So go in and do that. The local vendor in this case is not local for me, but it is a smaller shop, not the big package store. So I would definitely be willing to buy some more. These are top of my list for packing meals to go. In fact, I've already thought about looking at some of the other ones to buy for backpacking or sitting on the shelf for preparedness purposes or survival purposes. Also going to put some in my bug out bag. So the list and the thought patterns continue to grow about what am I going to use them for and how am I going to use them. And because of the shelf stable life, you know, I'm not sweating it. I'm not worried about it, which is some of the biggest problems that we have with some of the other meals out there that are fresh and tasty. While MREs are good, when you look at the design of those and how they're set up and things of that nature, not exactly paleo for that route. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for all the likes, follows, tweets, retweets, subscribes. Please like this. If you did, if you enjoyed it, like it down at the bottom, and then, you know, subscribe to the page. Get updates. I try to update it regularly. Don't forget to check us out on the web as well, instinctsurvivalist.com. Okay, real simple, instinctsurvivalist.com and paleomealstogo.com. I'll put a link down in the description, and you can also follow them on Twitter at literally Paleo Meals to Go. The folks that they got doing their social media, I had a long conversation with them as well. Great folks all the way around from beginning to end. And the person that I talked to that was handling the order was actually the CEO and owner. So guys, go check them out. Get you one of these. If nothing else, try one of them. That's okay. Try one. If you try one, you'll go back. I promise you. I promise you. So enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Until then, use your instincts to survive.